So you want to be a newsman, eh? Well, some of the tools you're going to need is a pen, a pad, and an act for asking questions.
Actually, in the 21st century, it takes those tools and more to report the news.
Wow, a dame as a reporter. Now that's a scoop. So, tell me about the future, Toots, and all it holds for the paper business.
In the 21st century, convergence and synergy among the different forms of media is integral in reporting the news fast, effectively, and accurately.
What other forms of media cover the news?
Newspapers work alongside television and the internet to produce news, giving consumers variety in how they learn current events.
What's this Telewadi and Innohuza? They got anything to do with the talking pictures?
That's a conversation for another time. Basically, it is no longer the sole responsibility of the paper to deliver the news.
No comment, eh? I like your spunk, kid. So, tell me about these other tools of the trade.
Reporters of the modern era still rely on the pen and a notepad, but they also use tape recorders to record a person's voice and also use a digital camera to capture any interesting pictures to be used with the story.
What's this digital camera, you say?
It serves the same purpose as a camera from your time, but it's smaller and can be used in conjunction with a computer to send images across the internet.
Gotcha.
Another tool used by reporters is that of the smartphones. Smartphones have the capability to take photos and video along with making phone calls. A major feature of the smartphone is the ability to type and send messages. It acts like that of an electronic typewriter, and all of these things can be sent back to the newsroom over the internet, where other members of the news staff, such as the online editor, photo editor, and other staff can begin working on their portions of the story, instead of having to wait on a reporter to finish their field work.
Now that's efficiency, and if it's one thing this red, white, and blue-blooded American loves, it's efficiency.
It truly is a more effective way of getting news to the masses.
Now if memory serves me straight, you said something of convergence and synergy. What's the what with that, sugar legs?
Convergence is when multiple forms of media complete a similar task. The equivalent to this in your time is how radio, newspapers, and newsreels reported news. Synergy is when these different media work together with one another to report the news. In your time, the aforementioned media did not work together to report news.
In modern journalism, this is opposite, as a reporter doesn't give their story only to the copy editor at their paper, but it is also sent to the online editor who edits the story for the online reading, along with the story being sent to the script writer at a fellow-owned television station to be read during a television broadcast of the news. Though be it, all of these types of media tell news differently. The news comes from the same place, and that is the hard-working journalist of the paper and television.
Gee, that sure sounds as right as rain and as sweet as apple pie.
Quiet, humanoids. I am from the future.
Boy, am I glad you ain't spacemen.
Insignificant one, no longer speak. We have traveled through time to inform you of what is to become of journalism.
How would you know?
As I have said, I am from the future, and I am what you two might call a journalist.
I'm all ears, spaceman.
In the near future, the technology that is the internet, smartphones, and television will all become obsolete, as the resources to produce such technology will be depleted. This will lead to newspapers returning to prominence, as paper will be in abundance, leaving it as the sole provider of the news for many decades. Technology will return to existence and will be reintegrated with producing news information, but in learning of the mistakes of the past, it will be streamlined and capable of performing many tasks in one handheld device. Behold the power of the tablet. Interview is done. The information has been sent through time and will be reported immediately across all media channels. In my time, news is updated at all times at a much more accelerated rate than what you know of. The citizenry have the most accurate news at their whims at all times that is accessed through our new forms of technology.
What is this new technology?
Silence! I cannot tell you, for this would offset history.
What about mouse in the trousers you are?
My time is finished here. Just know that journalism shall never cease to exist, in that it only becomes strengthened with the decline and reemergence of technology.
Wow, what a scoop. Spacemen and reporter ladies. I can't wait to tell the chief about this. Hopefully they don't throw me in the nutty house for this.